it's time for the one of my favorite quads, the Mobula6. I gotta do a little maintenance. I got lots of stuff stuck in the motors. I find that I'm not getting, even with my antenna mods, I'm not getting a whole lot of range. Now I know it's only 25 watts, the video. This is the standard edition with the 19 kV motors. I did one of my videos, I explained a little more about the mods on this. You know, they're always on red lights, really bright ones. Because I lose this thing in the grass like nobody's business. It's really easy. There's a buzzer, piece of tape, keep it quiet so I don't wake up my neighbors. And I put antennas on it. And this is the reason why we're here, or I'm here, because I'm not getting a whole lot of range out of it, even with the nice antenna on it. You know, it's pretty long, and it's nice and straight. So as I understand, that's how they're supposed to be. The video seems fine. It seems to go a little further than my actual radio. And I think what it is the receiver talking back to my radio, where the receiver is actually transmitting to my radio. It's not doing that great a job, so my radio thinks it's gone offline. I can still control the quad, but my transmitter thinks that the receiver is not working because it doesn't hear anything from it. So that leads me to believe that, you know, I know that the receiver's transmit power isn't going to be as much as the actual transmitter. The types of antenna, this one's called a monopole, and it's just got one sort of antenna element, and this is called a dipole because it has two parts. There's like a top part and a bottom part. So my task for today, other than cleaning the hair and stuff out of the motors, I want to switch out both the antennas, try something different. Also, I know the proper way to have them is straight up and down, and then you have your antenna on your transmitter straight up and down. But my transmitter has both. It has straight up and down and side to side. It's just a cheap fly sky. One of these guys. So the antenna in this guy, they think they're pretty smart. There's one here, and then there's one here. So they got both up and down and side to side. Knowing that, I'm going to get the antennas to point more or less straight out the back, which also helps me with not defeating the point of a tiny whoop, and that I can't fit through anything that's smaller than that gap. So yeah, we'll get to taking it apart. I'm going to snip off the zip ties and take the canopy off and desolder these guys and construct a new one. I'll show you the new one. This is a 2.4 gigahertz. This is for like your transmitter or your receiver. And this is a dipole. And this is what's inside the shrink wrap. Although this is a lot smaller because it's a higher frequency. Basically there's an element here and an element here. And supposedly having these two opposite elements like that helps with transmitting, what little transmitting the receiver does. So I'll use this one because I'm going to put some bright shrink on so it's easy to see. And the other thing, apparently I wasn't aware of this, is it's prudent to have the element straight up and down, not all wiggly wonky like that. And also with the transmitting thing and the dipole, some people say it makes a difference, some people say it doesn't. I'm just going to go by practical trial and see if it goes any farther than what's on it. And I got more than enough wire on here. This is going to get cut and soldered right onto the circuit board. Just going to carefully snip them off. I go through zip ties like crazy. That would be it. There goes the canopy. I have a spare canopy too. There we go. We're all open. We're all in. And that's the pin for the receiver. and that's the pin for the VTX. So I need some other elements for this. When I solder, I'm going to have to be doing some solder. I always make sure I have some flux handy. And then of course I got my solder, 6040 lead, stuff solder wick, which is great for getting the solder off the pads on your circuit board. Magnifying glasses. There we go. I do see an issue. You can see it's severed here. It's come off the solder pad. It's just floating in the breeze. With the Mobula6, this area here, the VTX antenna points, you can actually solder the proper connector on if you want. You can order the connectors. Yeah, I think that'd be good right about there. Right there. And give it a slice. Go. Ready to go. There we go. So let's get the wick. Tricky. Probably don't need to clean it up that much. I'm having a problem getting that off. There we go. Carefully tease all these out. So we're going to get it all separated over to the one side. Okay, just going to tin this all the way down, make it nice and thick, and now a little bit of solder should have gone up inside the jacket, and that makes it nice so I can bend it. It's not bending where I soldered it, it's bending back there. It's because there's solder inside the jacket. And what I do if I have too much solder is I just kind of go flick, and see, it's all nice. What I'll do too is put some epoxy when everything's in place. That's looking pretty decent. Go beat mode. The two things I soldered should not make a sound when I touch either one together. That's tricky. I gotta get a finer probe. Oh, see that? That's bad news. I think I see it though. It's like one little. Let's see if I can get it with the pick. Might be able to just pick it out rather than heating it all up again. We'll just reflow the ground side of it. See it? I can see the bridge. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and reflow the ground, if I can. Okay. Let's see. See, we get the buzz of despair. There's the ground, that's ground. That's the center conductor, and I'm getting nothing. No beeping. Yeah, looking pretty good. So there's one. Now we just gotta get this other one on there, and the way this is gonna work. Needs a little longer. There we go. Let's put a little bit in there. like I said, aesthetics. So I got my choice of blue or yellow, of which both are there. I'll use the blue little accent. Nice, nice. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. See what's happening. I'll show you that video. So yeah, it's got 4.8 grams of extra stuff on it. Thanks for watching. See if I can get there and back again at least.